right, don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all-natural products. Website, promo code, description. Thanks. All right, man. Virgil Hunter said Andre Ward retired the right way, and it would take a stupid, ridiculous offer in the range of $30 to $40 million to bring him back to fight the winner of Canelo Kovalev. Now, we know Kovalev, with the win over Canelo, I don't think he would even generate that much money on pay-per-view on ESPN. And if Canelo beat Kovalev, I think the DAZN could offer that type of money to Andre Ward. It would be a big fight. But would Canelo want to take on the challenge of Andre Ward like he's taking on the challenge of Kovalev with no catch weight and no rehydration clause? Let's talk about it. We back. Goodfellow Sports TV. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And then you got the prospect of what if Andre Ward need to tune up? What would Canelo want to tune up after a tough fight with Kovalev? In today's boxing, even though they only fight twice a year, sometimes once, and if the weather right, they might fight 3 times a year. In this day and age, would you want to see? Would Canelo take a monstrous row of fights like that? Because he fought Jacobs, was a tough fight. He would fight Kovalev, and then when he go into an Andre Ward fight, now I know Andre Ward is staying in shape. He's still sparring. He was sparring at the Wild Card Gym not too long ago, and he still helping fighters out. He kind of like Floyd. He can't really stay away from the sport because he's been doing it for so long. So he in shape. But I think he would need a tune-up, and I think a tune-up would be good for Canelo as well, too. I thought Ward could come out of retirement and fight Anthony Yard had he beat Kovalev, since there was a lot of animosity there, just over some constructive criticism, which Andre Ward ended up being right. He didn't have the right experience, but he got credit. You know what I'm saying? Ward gave him credit because that was a tough thing Yard went out there and done, with not fighting a lot of no top opposition, and only having a handful of amateur fights. I think Anthony Yard has a chance to be a prodigy. You know what I'm saying? If he's able to bounce back from that type of adversity. But like I said before, I don't think that money in it for Kovalev. Kovalev just not going to be that star because he from like Russia and he don't really talk that well. But a big win over Canelo, a knockout win, hey, it might put some money behind him. It might put some money under his feet where he can stand tall and then ask for Andre Ward trilogy. You know what I'm saying? If we go on pay-per-view and ESPN can do a great job with it, maybe so. But, Ward closed that chapter. I felt that the first fight, hey, I think Andre Ward won the second half of the fight. You know what I'm saying? He solidified it and beat Kovalev in the second fight. You know what I'm saying? So people going to make excuses. Andre Ward just one of those fighters that, people just don't like. If he was white, he's mixed, but hey, he black. If he was white, then maybe it'd be a little bit different. But you know what? People didn't like him starting off with the Kessler fight, and people said he was headbutting Kessler. It's a dirty game. But $30, $40 million, that's the way to do it. Set your price high and get your bread. Now, if Kovalev loses this fight, he got 3 fights on his own that he can take. If he wins, he goes back to ESPN. Now, like I said before, Bob Arum, even if they gave Bob Arum give him enough money to make that fight happen to satisfy Ward, Bob Arum going to take the majority of that money. You know what? When Trinidad and De La Hoya fought, Bob Arum made more money than both the fighters. And Bob Arum going to make sure he stuff his pockets right. I ain't never said that I was a Bob Arum fan. All right? You know what I'm saying? When he called the MMA fans skinheads and all that other stuff. Yeah, when he was hating on Al Heyman on HBO, at the end of the day, hey, he wanted to make a Crawford fight. I'm down with it. You know what I'm saying? I understand he in a position of weakness, but I don't care. If Crawford was anything but black, I wouldn't care. All right? I wouldn't care if Earl fought him or not, to be real. But he a brother, and he identifies as being black. He conducts himself the right way out the ring. He ain't on no raccoon stuff. So that's my stance. So my stance ain't supporting Bob Arum. And when I understand, PBC want to do the fight. So we'll see if that happened. But I ain't never minced words about Bob Arum. Everybody talking about, oh, Bob Arum this, Bob Arum that. But hey, it was Muhammad Ali brought Bob Arum into boxing. Okay? Floyd Mayweather, y'all wasn't hating on Floyd when he was with Bob. All right, everybody can't be with PBC. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. I just want to see the fight happen. But talking about Ward Canelo. Ward Kovalev, I think Ward beat him again. Let me just say that real quick. I think Ward beat him again. I think he beat him easier. Shit, you know, they might have to make that happen at cruiserweight if one of them can get a title. But Ward Canelo, you know, I got to see how Canelo looked versus Kovalev. But just going on what I see, Ward that's just a blowout. If Canelo compete with him, I'd be surprised. You know what I'm saying? He's just gonna get took apart. You know, that had to be a Mayweather type performance. I don't even think he'd get better because I think Ward got a lot more crack for his weight class than Floyd did at 54. I think Ward would just destroy Canelo. Then you got Canelo with the knee issues, both knees hurting. You know what I'm saying? And when you slippery up top, yeah, that's gonna mess with a guy like Danny Jacobs who just really a stiff guy. You know what I'm saying? He don't know how to speak that language. That's gonna mess with a guy like Kovalev who can't deal with that black slick style. But Andre Ward, he speaks that style very, very well. That's gonna mirror what Floyd Mayweather did, but in a different way. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's gonna mirror what Floyd did, but just in a different way. But you know, some slick fighters understand how to touch other fighters that appear to be slick. See, Canelo is a generic version of a slick fighter. Canelo, he ain't Floyd, he ain't Pernell, but he like the great value brand. You know what I'm saying? He good, but when you put the generic brand against the real brand show you what the difference is. You know, you may think the difference ain't that big. Oh, I pay this for this prescription, that prescription. But when you pop that real pill, it's a huge difference. And when you put that Ward pill in there with the generic Canelo pill, you're gonna see a huge difference. Ward gonna touch him unlike any other fighter that's gonna touch him, in my opinion. But I want to see how Canelo look versus Kovalev first. If Canelo able to be slippery versus Kovalev and take away Kovalev jab, I think this fight is gonna make Canelo. I already know he got paid in his history. He been juicing and all that. But at the end of the day, people don't care about that. His people don't care. From his people perspective, this is gonna make him an all-time great. If he able to stop Kovalev, which he ain't stopping dudes at his own weight class. And I think this got a little bit of Mikey in it. Where Mikey seen something. I don't know what Canelo see. I know he see an older fighter in Kovalev, but if he don't get out the way of that jab, and they really fighting at 175 with no rehydration clause, this might be a long night for him, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we'll see, man. But Ward, I like Ward over both of them. I like Ward to beat Kovalev again. I don't even think we need to see that again, unless ESPN, Walt Disney gonna put a lot of money behind that fight, which I don't think they would. Looking at the previous pay-per-view numbers that they did on HBO, but Ward and Canelo, no doubt in my mind, that's like Mayweather Canelo too, but with a bigger fighter. And I wouldn't put it past Andre Ward stopping Canelo Alvarez either, but I wouldn't put it past Kovalev stopping Canelo Alvarez. Kovalev is a problem. You know what I'm saying? He older, but he resistance, and he resistant, but he got a jab. You know, that jab is gonna be key. If Canelo could take away that jab, you know, if he could take away that jab, then I think and get inside Kovalev reach, we'll see. But I think it might be a little bit of Mikey and Canelo. Oh, I see something. I see this. I see that. And then not only is Kovalev turn around on 10, 11, 12 weeks, whatever it is, he might be sharper. You know what I'm saying? He might be more in shape, not going to drink his vodka. You know, he see the payday that he gonna get. He might be hungry to do that, man. And it's been a year old dudes whipping on young dudes too, man. Out here on social media, I see some old black man beat the crap out of some young white guy. He thought it was sweet. So Kovalev still got that grown man strength, but let me know what you guys think. I'll link the article in the description. I believe it came from Behind the Glove. Shout out to Michelle Joy Phelps. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Boxing. Get you 18% off their 100% all natural products, lotion, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, much more. Website, promo code, description. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Reach out to the email. Want to make a donation? The link's there. Best way to donate. Share the video. Want to reach out to me? Email, Twitter, the quickest way. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. We go.